Welcome to the class, dear students. Now we are in the second unit, that is prose section, under which we have two inspirational stories, and the first one is about Louis Braille. There are a few people in the world who have made their adversity, who have turned their adversity into diversity. That is to say, they have come up good or the best even in their worst times. So one among them is Louis Braille. You must have heard the name, but in today's class, in session number 10 and 11, let us learn something about Louis Braille, his life and his achievements. So as I said already, Louis Braille was a blind person. So he turned that adversity into diversity and created a system of reading and writing for the blind people. So that is used across the world today. Uh, so Braille system involves this raised dot system that you can see. Now alphabets are arranged in such a way that there are two columns and two rows of two dots each, and by a single touch of a fingertip, by placing finger tip on these raised dot system, one can read, that is any text that is written in Braille system. Well, so this is how Louis Braille name can be written in the system, Braille system. So who is he, by the way? As I said already, he is the creator of Braille system, an independent system or language or a code word that enables the visually impaired or the blind people to read and write. Imagine the world of blind people. Now we with eyesight, we can read and write any number of languages in any number of languages. How about the blind people? How do they read without the eyesight? So for them, Braille is the light. So Louis Braille, being in darkness, he created some light for the blind people across the world. Yes, so Braille is a system of reading and writing that is used for and by blind people. That is simple to say. So this Braille system is an invaluable, very useful tool for learning and communication both. So through this Braille system that blind people can be educated. Well, this system is used worldwide even today. Alright. How was Louis Braille's childhood? He was born on 4th January 1809 in a small village named Copperet in France. He is a Frenchman. His father was Simon Reen Braille and mother Monique Braille. He had three brothers and sisters. His father, by profession, was a saddler and leatherer. At the same time, he owned 3 hectares of land and vineyards. Have a look at his early childhood. When he was a child of 2 or 3 years, he used to get into his father's workshop where his father used to work with leather, awl, and so on. He used to slowly creep into it and play with those tools without knowing whether they are harmful or harmless. So this unwanted incident, accident, takes place when Louis Braille was around the age 3. So when he was 3, he was as usual playing with an awl. Awl is a pointed device that is used to prick into leather and make holes. So when he was playing with such a pointed tool in his father's workshop, he tried to imitate his father's work. That is to trying to prick that all into a leather. So while he was doing so, his father was not around, nobody was around. While trying to make a hole in a piece of leather, that all pierced through the leather and struck Louis Braille's right eye. Now it pricked into his right eye. So imagine what could be the pain. The pain was really excruciating, very painful. Then immediately his father took him to a local doctor who only patched up his eye. He couldn't do much, he only patched up his eye. And the very next day, his father took Louis Braille to a surgeon in Paris. And after consultation, the doctor declared that unfortunately the eye was infected and it had spread to left eye also. So in the span of just one day, the right eye had been infected and that infection had spread to even the other eye, left eye. Even the surgeon could not do anything to regain his eyesight or repair his eye. So this boy of 3 had to suffer without any vice. He suffered this pain for 2 years. But by the age of 5, this boy had lost complete sense of his eyesight. So this was an unwanted incident, an accident that took away Louis Braille's eyes. So what did we learn today? We learned that Louis Braille is a Frenchman who created the Braille system, which is used for reading and writing by the blind people. His father was a saddler, and Louis used to play with the tools when he was small. While playing, accidentally an awl struck his right eye, and later it was declared that both eyes were infected and no doctor could save his eyesight. So by the age of 5, Louis Braille had become completely blind. So such a man who lost his eyesight, how did he lead his life? Rest of his life, from the age of 5 till the end of his life. And how did he study, and how did he create the Braille system? Let us discuss that in next class. Thank you.